The story begins with a reflection on death. It suggests that dying isn't about being in the wrong place at the wrong time, but rather, being in the right place at the right time. The narrator explains it all started with the bees. They are disappearing from their hives, and no one knows why. A warning is given: bees help produce our food. Without them, our own extinction is not far behind. At an art gallery, a tense situation is unfolding. A struggling artist, Liam, is confronted by his agent, Daniel. Daniel dismisses Liam's latest digital art as crap. He criticizes its lack of personality. He even insults Liam's appearance, telling him he looks like a beggar. Daniel tells him he's gone rusty. Liam defends his work, feeling it's being treated as a mere product for sale. But Daniel is focused on the financial reality of paying the gallery's bills. He tells Liam that his tormented local artist persona is out of style. Pushed to his limit, Liam says something drastic. "Then I think I'd better kill myself." Later, Daniel recounts the argument to a colleague. He dismisses Liam as just another one of his dramatic artists. We meet Mackenzie, a writer, pondering the richness of language. She reflects on words from other languages that have no English equivalent. She describes cafun, a word from Brazil. It means to gently run your fingers through someone's hair. Shortly after, a body is found near a bridge. The authorities believe it to be the artist, Liam Price. The police find photos near the body. They question Daniel about the apparent suicide. Daniel recalls Liam's exact words from their argument. "I think I'd better kill myself." But he downplays it, saying that for artists, drama is a prerequisite. He insists he's their agent, not their psychiatrist. At the morgue, Daniel is asked to formally identify the body. He looks once and confirms it's Liam. But a second glance reveals a shocking truth. It isn't him. In the wake of his supposed death, Liam's art becomes a sensation. Daniel's gallery, once quiet, is now flooded with interested buyers. He celebrates the success of the posthumous exhibition. A wealthy collector, Camille, remarks that dying was Liam's most brilliant move. She finds it fascinating how tragedy can create something so wonderful. But the dead artist is very much alive. Liam appears at his studio, stunning a terrified Daniel. Daniel can't believe it, having already sold half of Liam's collection. Liam quickly understands that being dead is good for business. He observes that in the art world, the artist's story is worth more than the art itself. A risky idea begins to form. What if they don't tell anyone he's alive? Instead of just selling art, they can sell a story. Daniel, seeing the immense profit, agrees to the deception. The plan is set: Liam must remain hidden, a ghost creating art from the shadows. The exhibition, Life and Death of Liam Price, is a massive success. Mackenzie, the journalist, is at the event, intrigued by the artist's story. She tells Daniel she's interested in writing about Liam. Their conversation is interrupted by a mysterious man. He introduces himself as Liam's brother, Jackson. But Jackson is none other than Liam himself, in a clever disguise. Mackenzie, who was recently fired, sees a potential story. She tracks down Jackson at his apartment, determined to learn more. She is persistent, telling him she wants the real truth about his brother. Intrigued, Jackson agrees to help her, promising the full story. He begins by taking her on a tour of his side of Berlin. She questions why it took death for Liam to be recognized. Jackson offers a cynical view: the crap always rises to the top. He shows her an abandoned power plant, a place of strange beauty. He explains that the city's weight and history are what make it interesting. Feeling a connection, Mackenzie confesses her own truth to him. She admits she was fired and desperately needs a story to impress her old boss. She feels humiliated by her failure. He sees through her ambition, suggesting she's the one who truly wants to be understood. Later, she discusses her theory with her fiancé, Eric. She suspects Liam might still be alive. Eric is completely dismissive, calling her idea ridiculous. As Mackenzie and Jackson grow closer, his disguise begins to fray. He speaks not like a lawyer, but with the raw passion of an artist. He talks about feeling disconnected in a world that has grown cold. He feels people no longer have real conversations. He says we lie to ourselves, too afraid to reveal who we truly are. All that matters is being accepted. At a formal dinner, Mackenzie's world is turned upside down. She sees Jackson arriving, and her worst suspicions are confirmed. He is Liam Price. She follows him to a club to confront him. Cornered, he finally admits his true identity. Mackenzie feels completely used and betrayed by his elaborate lie. But Liam tells her that her fiery spirit is what he loves about her. He describes her as a flame that burns constantly. He tells her she just needs to find someone who will feed that flame. He reflects that it's wonderful to have someone waiting at home. But that person needs to be your biggest fan. His words resonate with Mackenzie, who realizes her fiancé doesn't truly support her. She tells Eric she wants someone who loves her, not just puts up with her. She decides to leave him and figure things out on her own. Liam, changed by his connection with Mackenzie, tells Daniel he can't continue the lie. Daniel is furious, terrified that his name and reputation will be ruined. Facing disaster, Daniel concocts one final, incredibly risky plan. He asks Liam to trust him one last time. Meanwhile, Mackenzie finishes her article. It's not an exposé, but a personal reflection on her own perfect farce. She realizes the most convincing lies are the ones we tell ourselves. Her old boss is impressed, calling the piece provocative and dense. He offers her a job in London, but she politely declines. She chooses to stay a freelancer, ready to explore her own story. The final act unfolds at a memorial service for Liam. Daniel takes the stage to pay tribute to the late artist. He tells the crowd that Liam would want his work to speak for itself. And so, he prepares to unveil Liam's newest posthumous work. The curtain drops, revealing Liam, standing there, alive and well. The room is silent with shock. Then, the shock turns to amusement. The crowd erupts in laughter and applause. The elaborate fraud has been transformed into a brilliant piece of performance art. Liam is instantly more famous and celebrated than ever before. Mackenzie approaches him through the crowd. "Hello," she says, "I'm your biggest fan." He smiles, finally seen for who he is. In faking his death, he found a new life. And in chasing his story, she found her own voice. They found each other in the space between truth and a beautiful lie. If you want a recap of your favorite movies and shows, comment below, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next ones. See you next time, everyone.